Alabama Senator Katie Britt. Senator Britt, let me ask you that question because you ran successfully in Alabama, and we know you have to disclose so much information. I worked in the West Wing. I had to do it. Everything that your family owns, things that you haven't even thought about, it all goes in there. Transparency and honesty is important. So what is this person, Al-Sayed, saying?
Look, I don't think he knows what he's saying. When you see him dance around trying to answer those questions, what is apparent is that he is a fraud. What kind of doctor he is, I don't know. I do know with policies like he's putting forth, he likely needs to see a doctor. Look, Kellyanne, when it comes to actual transparency and investment, the fact that he's saying my wife has foreign assets, my wife has investments abroad. Look, we need to know, you need to have allegiance to the United States of America. You need to come before the people that are working to elect you, and you've got to show them what you're about, what policies you have, what you want to do, and who you are. So I think he owes that to Michiganders, and I want to see that from him. But look, what we do know is with what's happened in Maine, he is the new golden boy of the far left. Look, I've seen some of the things he said, whether it's he wants to abolish ICE, whether he wants to defund police. The list goes on and on. He is campaigning with individuals who are saying that America is responsible for 9/11. He owes us answers. He owes Americans answers. He certainly owes the people of Michigan answers.
And let's talk about the new Democratic Party, if we can. For many years, Senator Britt, people can reasonably disagree on taxes and regulations and abortion and the Second Amendment, perhaps. But now the disagreement in the party is how much you hate America, how much you hate Israel. It seems almost a cost of admission to be on the ballot as a Democrat in some of these races. Are you concerned that you might end up serving with some people like this? And if so, I know the microphones will be in their faces, but do you think they can actually vote for reasonable things?
No, look, I think what we're seeing is beyond alarming. And I think the Democratic Party has been taken over by the far left, by the Democrat Socialists of America. And what we find the common thread between all of them is that they actually hate America. When you look at the policies they're putting forth, they're policies that ultimately take away our freedoms, that create dependency on government. When you look at what they're saying about who's responsible for what, you saw this candidate that you just talked about in Michigan, who said that he didn't want to say anything about the Ayatollah being killed because he was afraid that people in Michigan were sad about it. Look, I was in Fort Rucker, Alabama today, where we were with our brave servicemen and women. And I can tell you one thing, that the man who was responsible, the Ayatollah, for terror all across the globe, but in particular has Americans' bloods on their hands, any candidate should be able to say that we are glad that they are no longer here. These candidates can't say they love America. You saw the candidate there in New York in Congress say that instead of using a napkin, she wiped her hands on the American flag. It's disgusting and despicable. I think we have to call them out for what they are. And we have to realize that the Democratic Party is completely and totally lost, and it is beholden to the socialist of America. It's a sad day.
Senator Britt, thank you very much for those very strong comments.